Hi, welcome to Heal Body, Mind and Spirit. My name is Dermot Farrell and today we're going to talk about the benefits of honey and lemon. Okay, honey and lemon, what are the advantages? Well, in another video I noted that the four most important herbs, in my opinion, there's all sorts of amazing herbs out there, but the common herbs, the herbs in everybody's kitchen, which are famous but totally underutilized, are honey, lemon, ginger and garlic. I think they're terribly important, and in this video we're going to have a look at the advantages of honey and lemon. And I'm going to use some notes here because I don't want to miss some points, a lot of good points, and a few references to articles and so on. Let's take honey. You all know what honey is. It's something you take in big spoons and stuff, okay? Let's see the advantages of honey. Honey is an antibacterial. In one study of 49 patients who had a leg ulcer that couldn't be cured using antibiotics, 47 of them responded well to treatment, external treatment with honey. Believe it or not, honey being rubbed on their terrible wounds that no drug could work on, cured, not even treated, cured 47 out of 49 people. That's pretty potent as a cure for cuts. It's a fantastic antifungal. Let's see what else it does here. It regulates blood sugar levels. In one study they gave 20 grams of sucrose, which is plain sugar, glucose, which is the sugar that your brain uses. Basically your body takes sucrose and turns it into glucose, so it's much faster acting. Diabetic patients, for example, tend to take glucose to get themselves back up if they're hypoglycemic, and honey. And out of the three, the slowest to raise insulin levels was honey. Now, if you're hypoglycemic, you want glucose to stop you going into a coma if you're diabetic. But insulin is a fat storing hormone, so we don't want insulin spikes. So if you take sucrose, or glucose is going to be the fastest, followed by sucrose, followed by honey. So, you know, low GI, like glycemic index, and high GI, well basically honey is low GI, which means although it's a sugar, I mean basically about 85% of what honey is a sugar, but it's a mix of sugars, and they're pretty complex sugars, and they have a nice effect. So if you're diabetic, you know, and you want sugar, and you don't want to use sugar, and you don't want to use a sweetener, honey is a very good alternative because it's not going to give you that sudden boost in insulin levels. That sugar spike, and then you need insulin. So for diabetics, your sugar won't be going out of control. So it's very good for diabetics. It improves sleep patterns, particularly good if you have a kid who can't sleep. It helps them. Give your kid, if you have a kid who can't sleep, give them honey. It has a nice effect, and it goes down the throat. It feels nice and warm and gooey, and also it's better than cough medicine. I'm not a big believer in cough medicine because when you take cough medicine, it tastes nice, but in a couple of minutes, it's gone out of your throat, and you still feel like coughing. Whereas with honey, it stays there. And in the case of kids, it gives them that emotional support. In the case of adults, it gives a lot of soothing relief. Another advantage is that it has been proved in clinical trials to be as effective as three major antibacterial medications for respiratory disorders. I'm not going to read you the name of those, but I'll link it down below the study because I can't pronounce them. Well, basically, honey is a very effective antibacterial agent. Now, before you run down to the doctor and take a bunch of antibiotics, will suck all the nutrients out of your body, take some honey if you've got a respiratory infection, okay, throat infection, chest infection, try it first, okay. Okay, good for burns, good for cuts, okay. So these are some of the advantages of honey, all right. It's a good sugar replacement for diabetics. It's an antifungal, it's an antibacterial agent. It's a basic all-round good thing. I'd also add in there as well as a good tonic. It has a tonifying effect on the body. It basically makes you feel kind of stronger, more energetic. It's something that will make you feel stronger as well. Okay, let's take a look at the advantages of lemon. Lemon is pretty far around. Let's have a look here. I'll just blast it. Lemon is high in vitamin C. What did the sailors of years ago have a problem with? They used to have a thing called scurvy, where all the teeth were falling out of their head, their skin's going black, and all sorts of problems. Because the human body doesn't produce any vitamin C. A cat produces, that's like 16 grams a day or something, or 8 grams. A cat produces a lot of vitamin C, and cats can eat rats and all sorts of things, and it doesn't bother them. Vitamin C is the thing that gives you immunity. Okay, so if you've got a cold and you take vitamin C, you can cure it. As an experiment a few years ago, I had a very severe cold coming on. I took vitamin C. Now I took a 500 milligram tablet every hour for that day. So I was awake for 17 hours. I took 500 milligrams every hour. That is a total of 8.5 grams that day of vitamin C. Now you have to remember, this is just your pill form, and about 12% absorbed. So maybe I had 1 gram or a little less that was actually absorbed into my body, but guess what? It cured the cold in 24 hours. So vitamin C gives you an amazing immune boost. Some sources reckon it can actually reduce plaque buildup in the arteries and cure you of arterial disease. There's no scientific proof of that, but it has been listed as a sort of thing that can prevent so many conditions. Immunity is something that people don't really realize. One of the best things you can do for a disease is to prevent it, and having a very strong immune system will protect you from so many things. Vitamin C is one of these things which will protect you. The British Navy, for example, had a big problem with scurvy, and they started giving their sailors lemon water every day, and guess what? They had no scurvy. So lemons are a very, very powerful form of vitamin C, very natural way to get vitamin C. So, and if you have to take a vitamin C pill, also fine, take vitamin C. It's very powerful. It'll prevent, you won't get a cold. If you get a cold, it's over in 1 day or 2 days. Okay. What else we got here? It's got pectin, which is fiber, which is good for processing food, although I don't think you get much out of lemon. It detoxifies the body. It kills bacteria. It aids digestion. It's a very important thing. It aids digestion. Lemon is an acid, but it breaks down into your body as a base and has a balancing effect. And one of the things it does, it actually balances the acids in the stomach. Now, let's say you've got acid reflux, for example. The allopathic way of treating it is to reduce the acidity in the stomach. But one of the viewpoints, now again, I don't know if this is scientific or not, but it's one of the popular alternative viewpoints on stomach problems, is that a person gets acidity in the stomach because their stomach doesn't actually have enough acid in the first place, and so it gets spurts of acidity, and they cause pain. So lemons definitely balance the acidity level. So if you've got any problems with leaky belly, I would really advise you to take lemons on a daily basis. They seem to have a balancing effect. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that theory is correct, but they do seem to have a balancing effect on the stomach. Another area is pH level. I'll get back to that in a minute. I think it's really important. But because they're alkaline, they bring the pH levels back into balance. So let's just go through the other benefits first and we get back into that in a minute. It dissolves uric acid deposits on the joints, which reduces joint pain. Okay, some allopathic doctors will question that, but it does seem to have an effect on joint pain. It's high in potassium, which is good for your brain and it's good for your nerve cells, and it's also good for your blood pressure. You got a calcium ion channel. It's one of the things you got going on in your heart, and if your potassium levels are low, sometimes there's a problem with how this works and you can get blood pressure. So it can also in some cases help blood pressure. It helps boost your liver enzymes, and guess what? Liver enzymes detoxify your body, which is really good. It balances calcium oxygen levels in the liver, which again helps because liver is the thing that makes you feel good. Okay. It balances the stomach. It prevents the formation of wrinkles. Wow, that's super, isn't it? It's good for the eyes, and it also helps boost sodium levels in the body, which is a good thing as well, because if you're sweating a lot in a hot climate, or exercising is good to boost your sodium levels in your body. And another factor as well is that it boosts the metabolism, as in if you take lemon water in the morning, half an hour before, 20 minutes before you eat, you take a lemon, you squeeze it in some water, throw a bit of honey in there as well, also helps. And now you've got an antibacterial mix stomach balancer. So what it actually does is it gets all the enzymes working in your intestines and gets your stomach working properly, and when the food goes in, you process it better. And that seems to have an effect on weight reduction, although I'm not sure to what degree it really helps weight reduction, but what the hell, it's very healthy. Now, another factor with lemons is this pH thing, which is terribly important, because basically the body has pH levels, which can either be acidic or alkaline. Now, your body should be on the blood, I think it's between something like 7.125 and 7.4, something like that. It's just a little bit over the 7 mark, which makes it slightly alkaline. 7 is neutral. So just over neutral, just slightly into the base level. Now the interesting thing is that things like milk and wheat and all the other cereals you're eating and meats and all these things and all the processed foods are all acidic. Not just the processed food, just things like I said, wheat and milk and just about everything, most things you're eating are acidic. Now what's not acidic, what's base, are things like vegetables, and lemons are acidic in nature, but they break down as a base. So most of us are eating a lot of this kind of processed stuff and a lot of cereals and milk, of course, dairy products, and they're acidic, and the problem is they make the body acidic. Now your body, you'd actually die, you'd actually hit the floor and be dead if your blood pH levels went down to 6.9, you'd die. So what does your body do? What your body does is sucks the nutrients out of your bones even. So it actually takes the calcium out, takes magnesium out. So it will suck the nutrients out of your body to make your blood. Your blood has to have that pH. But if you're acidic, your body will be sucking those nutrients, which has things like reducing bone density and a plethora of other things which happen when your body is acidic. When your body is acidic and when you've got a basically your body should be base and your body should be anaerobic. If your body's aerobic, as in there's a lot of sugar in your body, it helps things like fungal infections. And also if it's acidic, there is some theories out there which suggest that a body that's very acidic and very aerobic is a breeding ground for cancer cells. Now again, I don't know if that's 100% sure, that's some people's theory. But one thing is for sure, your body seems to be better, as in free of a lot of infections and skin rash and all these things you get from fungal infections, and also healthier when it's slightly alkaline and it's slightly anaerobic. And it makes sense when you think, how do I get there? The number one way you're going to get there is by eating dark green leafy vegetables, stuff that your mother used to tell you when you're a kid to take, which most of us don't like taking. But a lot of dark green leafy vegetables are very good, and guess what? Lemon is also good. And I tell you one thing, I'd sooner go and eat lemon and honey than a bunch of dark green leafy vegetables. Nothing against them, I'm just saying. So, in the morning, if you can take some lemon juice, it's fantastic, and squeeze lemon on everything you can get your hands on. Lemon is very good. Just one point of warning, if you take lemon directly, it is quite acidic in its action. It can burn your teeth, so obviously if you're taking any kind of like lemon water, for example, do also take some regular water and just rinse out your mouth afterwards, because it's those acidic deposits, like when you take Coca-Cola, and if you leave it on your teeth, well, that'll rot your teeth. But same thing, if you leave lemon on your teeth, it will also rot your teeth as well. So that's one little side effect. So there's just a quick run through on honey and lemon. You got antibacterial effects of honey. Honey is a good sugar substitute. It's fantastic for respiratory conditions and aids sleep as well. And lemon, of course, as you can see, treats just about every condition you can think of. It's particularly good at balancing the pH levels in the body, and it's particularly good at fighting common cold, and it's particularly good at balancing your stomach and getting your liver to work properly. So those two are mightily powerful, but take a good bit every day. Take 3 or 4 heap spoons of honey every day, squeeze a couple of small lemons or 1 big lemon a day, I would recommend, okay? So I hope you liked the video. If you like, subscribe, and thanks for coming by.